Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Morning YouTube. Day 15 on the Courier exchange. It's 7:35 and I got a job. It came through late last night. I bid for going from Washington, which is 10 minutes from me, 15 minutes, to Doncaster. So it was 103 mile. I bid 90 quid just to try and get started. So not too cheap, but cheapish. And I got it. It was a weird one because I bid for it. I was sitting watching a movie, and then I put my bid in within like a minute, and then it cancelled, and then the job come to me to confirm. So it was a bit weird. I don't know if it's just a system glitch or whatever. Because when I updated, he kind of refreshed the screen, and it was like cancelled. And I was like, oh my god, that's 2 cancellations in a bloody, well, not technically a cancellation, but and then it come through. So happy days. So there you go. I'll try and keep it live, as I'm going around and getting things. If I've got time, I'll update it. So yeah, so I'm in Washington early by about 20 minutes. I'm always early. I cannot not be, because you never know what's going to happen, you know, if there's a crash or whatever. You don't want to be late for your customer. So we're here, and I will catch up with you later on. Right, welcome back. As you can tell by the change of clothing, I didn't really keep live yesterday. What did I get? So I got down to Doncaster, and then there was loads of jobs on kind of down that way. So like I do, I bid on anything, you know, as long as it's, try and work out which one's closest. And I got a minimum job. I put 40 quid in it. Guy rang straight away. I went across, it was going from an engineering place, like a small Yorkshire business, to Sheffield. I thought, champion, you know, just get down. Normally, it's because you kind of predict in your head. I never get it right. You predict, oh, it'll be like a small machine part or something like that. I gets down there, it was a pallet of bolts, like for railways. It was only shallow, but what a fucking heavy little beast. The old fella down there, he was in his 70s, and he was a funny old sod. So I turns up, and you know, like I do, I bounce in. Hi, I'm from ABC Couriers. Come to take a parcel there. Come to pick up something to go to Sheffield. And the guy was like, "Where's it Gannon?" And I went, "Oh, it's gone to Sheffield. You know, ABC Engineering." All right. Well, what are you tackling? I don't know, pal. I've come down to pick it up. Have you booked something again by Courier? Has one of your customers booked something again by Courier? And he was like, oh, I didn't know. I'm expecting someone again to something project. I was like, all right, so I'll ring the shipper. So anyway, I rang the shipper. I said, listen, the customer's not sure what's to go across to this client in Sheffield. Can you find out? Anyway, he was kind of just a crafty old sod. So I think, reading between the lines, he'd done work for a client. So he's an engineer, obviously, you know, let's say he's created the bolts. But then he was trying to find out who the kind of end customer was, because I think he's thinking to himself, I cut out the middleman here, and I'm a courier, I'm just there to say I'm picking up and it's going to Sheffield, you know, I'm not breaking any bloody GDPR things, you know, I'm picking up from you and I'm taking to this customer. So anyway, once it gets loaded, and he was proper lovely, you know, we had a bit of crack, and but it was a real old time engineering plant, you know, there was 10 lads all wandering around doing little jobs and things. The forklift lads come out and loaded up. A queer old place. Anyway, I get across the other side. I drops that off in Sheffield. And then a job come up and I was going to Preston. So in my head, I'm thinking I'm heading north. Yeah, it's the only kind of rule I've got in my head. You know, if I can head north, that's good. Excuse me. So Preston's slightly north of where I was. Or more north, more northern. So I bid on it, and I'm sure, I'll have to check, but I'm sure it said 106 mile, and I put 90 quid. Anyway, I wins the job. It was a little box, but it was 22.5 kilos. It was a proper little rock, little dumpy thing. And I thought, oh my God, you know, I'll have to get across, get this dropped, get done, and I must get something else to go north. So anyway, it's a bit of chew on, but it always is. That's the thing. You put in for your time, again, learning. You know, it might be an hour's run, but you can guarantee it's going to be 15, 20 minutes by the time you do 10 minutes either side of your pick up and drop off. So you've got to take that into account. So I ran across for 90 quid. When the job come on, it was 126 miles on me thing. I didn't make a chew of it. You just think, you know, it's part and parcel. I was getting north. But my luck with the West struck again. I didn't get another job. There was loads of stuff coming on. I was quite tired by this point. Not like wrecked, but like, you know, tired. But there was jobs going on to Scotland, and I thought, great, I'll head to Scotland. I've just put this booking.com app on. I thought, that's it. You know, if I can get a job up there, I'll put in a hotel. I've got my little go bag, I call it. I think I was a fucking SAS member. Go bag. I've got a little backpack with some t-shirts in and socks and undies and wash bag and shit like that. So I'll head up to Scotland if I can get one of these jobs, and I'll get a hotel or a hostel or somewhere. Put my head down. But none of them came, and I was putting decent money on. Some of these were like pick up at 4:30 and ASAP drop off. So again, in my head, and they disrespect any shippers, that's fucking out of hours stuff, you know. That's not your working day to me, unless you're a night shift worker. But every single job that I bid on cancelled. So I think they wanted done for nout. So I slowly made my way up the M6, headed across that Brough and made my way home. It was 2 hours drive to get home. 100 and odd mile, but by the time you take into account the costs of that, like I was still in, you know, better off than hoteling down in Preston, you know. And now I'm starting to think about it. Is it? I haven't had any money coming in yet. I think I've had a couple that paid early, which were peanuts. So I started off, you know, I had a kind of float of probably just under £3,000, about 2.7ish, 2.780. To pay for my fuel and bits and bobs and anything I needed in the meantime until money started coming in. But, you know, the way I'm burning fuel every single day, and that's it, you can't be earning money unless you're burning fuel. I'm kind of thinking, I don't want to spend money on a hotel, but it might be more cost effective for us to do it. If I'm in an area like Scotland or whatever, but I'm tending to find if I'm within a couple of hours, I just head home. Whereby if I'd had maybe a month's worth of invoices paid behind us, I might strategically think different. But for now, it's just like get home, get a decent night's sleep, get ready for work again. But yeah, so that was, what day was it? That was day 15. I'll hang up on this and I'll get day 16 started. Of course, I'm useless. Auf Wiedersehen.